I can't wait for tomorrow for our fan base to come to Citi Field and be better than what we just went through the past couple of series, the past couple of days, obviously in Philly, but Milwaukee was pretty loud as well.
Carlos Mendoza joining us, Mets manager, right in the thick of the series. Yeah, you know that guy pretty well. There it is. AJ, you just did it.
I know. There we go. Yep.
That should be our handshake every time we see each other, AJ. That should be right
there. I told that story at the beginning, and I still feel like an idiot, but Senga was so far off the radar, like, because I'm looking at your roster and I'm like, okay, they have Megill and they have Severino and they have, and then and then Senga, because no one was even mentioning Senga as a possibility, and all of a sudden you're like, a little more outside the box. I'm like, what?
I thought you were ready for it. Like former catcher, you're always thinking ahead. You gotta have control of the whole situation. I was like, let me see if he's locked in. Kratzy, come on, man.
This is why, hey, you can't send a JV player to do varsity chores. Like, it's okay. AJ did a great job on telecast. He was talking bad about the Mets for an awful time and bad about the Phillies. But how long did you know Senga was going to go? How much farther back were you like, okay, he's working up. He's getting ready 2 weeks before you guys made the postseason? Or how soon were you like, ooh, this might actually work out?
Honestly, I didn't know. We knew he was throwing. We knew, but he's been through so much this year. It's been a hard year for him, and he pitched one day, and then we all saw it. He went down again. But like I said, it's always something that he's dealt. And I didn't know we had a player until we won the first game in Milwaukee, to be honest with you. The very next day, Davey called me in the morning. It's like, hey, we need to talk about Senga. And I was like, what's going on now? I was like, he said he's ready. I was like, what? I knew he threw a live BP on Monday and he was in Florida, but I wasn't expecting anything. So AJ was surprised when I gave him that. I was surprised too. But I was excited, man. And then we didn't know what's going to happen. We needed to win the series. We didn't know if it was going to happen on game 2. We lost game 2 in Milwaukee, and then because we didn't know if we were going to use Quintana, how the rotation was going to shake out for the next round. So there was a lot that we needed to go through. And not till we clinched on game 3 that we used Quintana, we used Petey, and it's like, all right, he's saying he's ready to go. Let's talk to him again and make sure that he's the one telling us, because we don't want to force anything. And man, what a surprise! And we were all pumped for it. The whole team was it. And man, just to watch him go out there and he gave a bomb the first at bat to Schwarber. I was like, oh boy, this is we got to get somebody ready, because we knew it was going to be a short outing. But man, it was good to see him out there competing, and just the way he looked that day, amazing. So,
first of all, I asked you this yesterday in the managers meeting. Like, what did you think when Schwarber hit that ball into New Jersey on the first hitter? And then, second of all, how did he bounce back? How did Senga bounce back? And is he ready? Because you told us that you're pretty sure if he bounced back, he would be in Game 5 if it gets there. So, how did he bounce back?
Really good. We're at the ballpark right now. We had an optional date, optional workout today. He came in. He's still here. And yeah, if we ended up going to a Game 5, he's pretty much in play. So progressing well and feeling good. So trending in the right direction. So what went through my mind when Schwarber hit that ball, I told Hevs, like, we got to get somebody going here, because this could get ugly quick. But man, he did a really good job there.
That's not what you thought right away, because right away you got to make sure all your bullpen guys are hiding, because they might get hit by that ball even in the upper deck of the bullpen.
I don't know. I don't know if it landed yet.
Yeah, you can't let somebody answer the phone that you're calling and just whack, hit him with a homer. How was that environment? Was it as good? Was it as loud as advertised? Because you've always heard about it. You've been with the Yankees. How was the Philly environment? And do you think Citi Field is going to be louder?
Yeah, so it was pretty incredible. I'm not gonna lie, it was awesome, And I told the guys going into like, make sure you enjoy it, make sure you embrace it, because there's this is where you want to be. And sure enough, game one, as we're going through the intros and all that, and they're booing us, and then how electric it was with Wheeler pitching every pitch, is standing ovation. They're on their feet and they're loud, man. Like I'm telling you, like you said, with the Yankees, and I've been in a lot of places in playoff games, whether it's Houston, whether it's Boston, Yankee Stadium. That's no joke there in Philly. But now we're back here in New York, and I can't wait for tomorrow for our fan base to come to Citi Field and be better than what we just went through the past couple of series, the past couple of days, obviously in Philly, but Milwaukee was pretty loud as well. So excited for that. But man, this is playoff. It feels October, and what a way to do it. Started the series in Philly, and now here we are back in Citi Field.
Mendy, so I wanted to ask you about Edwin Diaz next. So what has your projection been like with him from the start of the postseason up until this point in terms of where you're thinking about using him and also how you're checking in with him, right? I mean, everyone's throwing the number out. He's pitched, I think it's 130 pitches in the last 8 days, which I'm sure you and the team behind the scenes knows well.
Yeah, man, we've been riding him pretty hard, not a secret. But these are some of the conversations that I have with him as soon as he gets to the ballpark. Our pitching coach, Jeremy Hefner, talks to him all the time. Jose Rosado, our bullpen coach, and then our trainers, And Sugar is always pretty honest with us, and yes, we took care of him the whole year. And we got to this point, and, I think he's just having a feel for the situation. Sugar being honest with us. I usually, I'm telling him way before the game, as soon as he gets to the ballpark, I'm kind of communicating with him some of the potential scenarios that he could be in play. It's like, hey man, like I know I'm only got 4 outs from you today, but that might happen, in the 7th or in the 8th if their best hitters are coming. And it depends on where we are bullpen wise too. Like if I feel like I have some of the other high leverage relievers, then that might not be the case that day. But the perfect example was yesterday. We were short with some of our relievers, and I felt like the game was right there. He wasn't going to finish that game. He got out of that 7th. He went back out for the 8th to face their top of the order. It just didn't happen. But if he would have got through that 8th inning, I was going someone else. I wasn't going to say Sugar for that 9th inning, like I said, because he's been throwing a lot. But he also came off from 2 days off before the outing yesterday. So we felt good about it. But once we lost the lead, that's what I went ahead and took him out of the game. So off day today. I saw him earlier. Feels really good. So that's a good sign. He should be good to go tomorrow.
By the way, next time, can you let me know that he's going to pitch in the 7th? Because we were like, wait, he's up in the 7th, and he's going to get.
He knew he was like high, in a high leverage situation. You're coming in, and then I'll figure out who's going to get the last 3. And I thought yesterday, man, I thought Seve was going to go, I don't know, 7 or 8 with the way he was throwing the ball. But yeah, I think it's just the game will tell you, and it happened yesterday.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait, he's up in the 7th. Is he going to get 7 outs? And we kept going back and forth. We're like, is he going to let him go 7 outs possibly?
He's not a starter.
No, I know, but it was just the way everything worked out. It was like, oh, I mean, that at bat to Schwarber was an epic at bat. Obviously, he got through that, and then he's in the second inning. I love a great deal, but I'm not going to run sprints in the outfield just to save a few bucks. It has to be easy. No hoops, no BS. With Mint Mobile, it really is that easy to get wireless for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan. Purchase and activation is super easy too.
To get started, go to mintmobile.com/territory. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number.
To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/territory. That's mintmobile.com/territory. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/territory.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on their first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
I have to ask this because we've talked about it and you guys have mentioned a little bit, pitching to Harper. Like, you guys are pitching to him, but you're kind of not pitching to him at the same time. So what's the fine line there? Because there's times where, you're like, all right, we got to give him some to hit. There's 2 outs and nobody on. It's the first inning. Or do you just say, screw it, let's make Castellanos beat us?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great hitter. He's Bryce Harper, and the one thing with him is he's going to attack you right away. He's ready to go from first pitch. He's going to put that A swing. And if you leave anything close to the strike zone, he's still going to be able to find that barrel and put the ball and do damage, So, yeah, there's a fine line where you want to pitch to him, where you're going to pitch around him and take your chances with some of the other guys. But, he's got great hitters in front of him and he's got great hitters behind him, which makes that team a really good team. Not a secret, right? They are deep. They have great hitters from top to bottom, and not only they can hit, they can pitch. So we're gonna have to pick our spots here and go from there, but not easy.
Mandy, have you ever done this as a manager or a bench coach to the catcher?
I don't know. You didn't. I don't. You probably saw it yesterday.
Oh yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Back, before before the game, 2 days before. Yeah, I was talking to Savvy, and I told him what I needed to tell him. Hefner goes and makes a mound visit after Turner singles. Iglesias is coming from second base. I went to Iggy like that. I went to Alvy like that, and that didn't happen.
How fast did that happen, though? How fast from your perspective did the home run by Harper and then the home run by Nick? How fast did that happen? Because you sit there and you have a game plan, and I've been in scatter report meetings. Hey, we don't want to let Harper beat us. Technically, if you're really thinking about, hey, Harper's not going to beat us, he didn't beat you. You guys are still winning 3-2 with Sugar in the bullpen, so you guys are still up. Sevy's got like 74 pitches at the time.
At that time, it wasn't Sugar. It was Budo in the 6th.
Oh, when Budo was when you did this one, it was Budo. Okay,
it was Budo. Yeah, it was Budo that was up in the 6th. Harper didn't beat us there, but they got the momentum back. Because they were down, man. And as soon as Harper hit that ball, the whole place went nuts again. And 2 pitches later, I think it was Castellanos. Now he's tying the game. So it happens quick, but that's baseball,
But you're the manager. So is that why you went out and told Megill? Why you went out that time? Like, did you want to make sure a certain point was across? And what did you tell him? What did you say in that meeting? Because I love that you went out there. Some managers don't take the trek, but you look good walking out to the mound. You don't have like a weird limp or anything like that. You look like you're young.
He's in shape.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I just wanted to go through the whole situation, how we were going to play Turner at first base. I didn't want to give him the whole, even though I was going to pitch around him. If Turner would have taken second base, I had a decision to make there. But yeah, even then, as I'm talking to Megill, we gave him a pitch to hit, and he almost beat us. He hit a bullet down the right field line for a foul ball. And as soon as that ball came out of Megill's hands, I'm like, what a wit, boom. And then I'm glad he was foul ball, And then the whole time I was like, Turner, take second base. But obviously they're not going to do it. It was just me going through all the scenarios there. And, like I said, not only the guys in front of Harper, but the guy behind him, he's a pretty good hitter. And he got us yesterday.
Mendy, I've got one more, just backtracking the last series for a moment, because obviously we haven't talked to you. A lot of fans and even, media people are like, oh, Devin Williams was tipping. Mets had all of that on him. Did you hear any of that or see any of that? Or
I saw, obviously, social media days now, everything is out there, right? But the one that I saw was from second base. We never got a runner from second base, I'm not sure what they're seeing here, you know. So Lindor walks, then there was a single, this first and third, and then there's a homer. So the angle that they were showing, I don't know if a hitter could see it. So
That's what you guys said, Kratz.
That's what we just said. So thank you, Mendy, for giving us the inside info on that.
Yeah.
And thank you for getting a haircut, for coming on here. Happy playoff haircut.
man, you know, like feels like we were on the road for forever. You know, finally got home and let me get cleaned up a little bit here. You know, I knew it was coming in the show. So all right,
Yeah. I'll finish with this. You know, I've been working on the media side in the game for a minute now. And when I see a first-year manager at the beginning of the season and then I see him around this time of year, I'm like, damn, he aged 5-10 years. You're holding up. Maybe it's the haircut.
I gotta keep it sharp, you know, so you don't see my gray hairs and any of that. Because if I let it grow, then you're gonna say, man, 1 year.
Wow,
Hey,
1 year. Mucho grease, man. Grease pelo.
I got a lot of them. That's why I keep it sharp here. Keep it tight.
Okay, so hey, we talk about this. We've talked about on the podcast. We've talked about Grimace. We've talked about OMG. We've talked about the pumpkin. You know, you and I. You told us about the Mario chain that your son wears, and I mean, how many gimmicks do the Mets have, and how the heck do you keep up with them all? Because I mean, there's going to be like 100 Grimaces in the stands tomorrow. We're going to show every one of them on Fox, right? You guys have like 7 OMG signs in your clubhouse. After every home run, everyone runs in and takes their picture. I mean, can you keep up with them? Can the players keep up with them? Alonso's got his pumpkin he bought somewhere in a pumpkin patch. I mean, what else can you guys come up with?
We got to play baseball, man. We got to play baseball. We got good players, and we got to go out there and play baseball. That's all I'm going to say. You know, like every day is something different, and that's not about it. That's not it. You know, we got to go out there. We got to prepare. We got to, you know, we have to do the things that we need to do before the game, and then we got to go out there and execute. We got to go out and play baseball. We're facing a really good team. Everything else around it, play baseball.
Well, he has experience, right? Because, you know, you always managed since Booney got kicked out all the time, and the Yankees love gimmicks. They had one every day. I'm joking. Obviously, they didn't do any of that, but I love it. The fans are loving it, so it's fun and it's working. But Mendy, great to have you on, man. Good luck the rest of the way here in this series. Good luck dealing with AJ in the manager meetings.
All right. Thanks for having me, Kratzy, Scotty, AJ. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
See you tomorrow. Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.